By default, the curvature tool creates smooth anchor points, points that cause the path to curve. Paths can have two kinds of anchor points, corner points and smooth points. At a corner point, a path abruptly changes direction. At a smooth point, path segments are connected as a continuous curve. With the curvature tool, you can also create corner points to create straight paths. Next, we're going to draw a mountain for the logo using corner points. All right. With the curvature tool selected, should have your curvature tool selected, move the pointer over the left side of the horizon path. When the word path appears, telling you the point you will start on the path, click to set the first path. And if yours does not do that, which, see how mine says path? If yours does not do that, you would click View and then Smart Guides. Right there. See how mine's checked? If yours doesn't show up path, you need to have that. So when path, we're going to go right here and we're going to click on that, and that will start a new point. To make the mountain peak have a point to it and not a curve, you'll convert the anchor point you just created to a corner point. Move the pointer over the top anchor point. Hang on. So go up here and click here. Move the pointer over the, when the pointer changes to a circle, double click it, and that's now a corner point. You can tell which points are smooth and which ones are corners by their appearance. Each point you create with the curvature tool can have three appearances indicating their current state. A selected point, which is a solid circle, like you see right there. A corner point that's not selected would be like a circle with a dot in the middle of it. And a smooth point that is not selected was just a circle. See how that's a circle right there? Alright, to continue drawing, move the pointer over and up and click to create another point and start another mountain peak. So I'm going to click over here. The point you just created and the point before it also need to be converted to corner points. So I double clicked on it. And we're just going to go here, and you see if it's now a curved one. So I'll go down here. If I go back here and double click it, that will change it to a corner point. To finish the mountain path, you'll create a few more anchor points, but you'll make corner points instead of smooth points as you create them. Here's a shortcut key for you. If you're on a Mac, if you press the Option button as you click, hang on. Mine is not working. While still pressing Option or Alt on a Windows computer, click a few more times to finish the path. Okay, press Escape. So everybody's mountain's going to look different. Feel free to adjust any anchor points. Drag a point to reshape the path. Double click a point to convert it between a corner and a smooth point, or select an anchor and press Delete or Backspace to remove it from the path. So press your Escape key if you haven't already. Choose Select, Deselect. This is a good time to press File and then Save our work. Hopefully yours is not as shoddy as mine. Probably the worst lesson that I've ever done in my entire life of 107 years. But moving on. To add some design flair to your artwork, you can add dashes to the stroke of a closed path like a square or an open path like a line. You add dashes to paths in the stroke panel where you can specify a sequence of dash lengths and gaps between them. Next, you'll add a dash to lines to add sun rays around the circle. Select the selection tool. Selection tool. And select this line that's to the left of the circle. In the Properties panel, click the word Stroke. For some reason I didn't have it selected. Click the word Stroke, and that will show the stroke panel. Change the following options: weight, 3 points, dash line, select that. Preserves exact dash and gap length, select that right here, that button right here. First dash value, make this 35 point. First gap value 4, second dash value 5, second gap value 4. This creates 35 point dash, 4 point gap, 5 point dash, 4 point gap pattern. After entering the last value, press return or enter to accept the value and close the stroke panel. Now you'll make copies of the dash line around the circle. With the dash line selected, select the rotate tool in the toolbar, right there. Move the pointer into the center of the circle, and when you see the word center, you're going to option click on a Mac or alt click on a window. So center, I'm on a Mac, so I'm going to alt or option and click. This action sets a reference point, the point at which the artwork rotates around and opens the rotate dialog box. Select preview right here so you can see the results of the change. Change the angle to -15 and click copy. To copy the dash line again using the same rotation, choose Object, Transform, Transform again. To make 10 more copies, press Command D on a Mac or Control D on a Windows 10 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 times. To finish the artwork, you'll cut off part of the circle and drag the text at the bottom of the artboard onto the logo. So select the rectangle tool in the tool box or tool bar. So we're going to draw a rectangle down here like that. Notice that the dash stroke is applied. Select the selection tool and drag touching only the rectangle and circle. Only the rectangle and the circle. Select the shape builder tool. Press Option or Alt and drag across the rectangle and the bottom part of the circle to remove them. So Alt or Option. So it should look like that. Should have removed all that. You remove the bottom part of the circle so it won't show when you drag the text into place. Select the selection tool and drag the text at the bottom of the artboard up onto the logo. Click the Arrange button and bring to front. That way your text is in front. Choose Select, Deselect, File, Save. Alright, so this is a good place to end this video, and we'll move on